stop. This is not your sign to start pushing trauma porn. Please, I beg of you. Just because Miss Reesa Teesa had the girls all glued to their phones this week does not mean you need to start dumping all your struggles, your traumas, and your deepest, darkest secrets onto the internet. Before you press publish and hope for your next viral moment, let's first look at the 5 lessons we should be learning from this latest online sensation. And keep watching, because the last tip you can use right now before you even go viral. Quick disclaimer, I will not sit up here and lie to y'all. I did not watch all 50 of those 10-minute videos. I'm battling my own social media addiction. I could not put myself through that. But a lot of people did. So her reach and impact in this moment should be a sign to us all that there is power in storytelling and vulnerability. Hi friends and content cousins, Tarynallyssa here. I'm an education professional and content creator who loves to create content about life in my early 30s, plus all things creator economy. If you're into that, I suggest you stick around and subscribe because I post new videos weekly. And let me know if you make it to the family table. Okay, so first, in case you're like under a rock or something, who is Reesa Teesa and why do we care? So sometime last week, she hopped on TikTok and dropped a 50+ long saga about her marriage. She's calling her ex-husband a pathological liar, the United Nation of red flags. She is spilling all the tea about how he basically tricked her into marrying him and lied about everything. Fake phone calls, sketchy paperwork, pandemic chaos is all in the story. It's all there, all the drama. And now that we have the plot, we can get into our first lesson. People love the drama. Believe what you want, but for better or for worse, we are drama-seeking people. People are drawn to conflict because it is high energy, it is exciting, it gets the blood boiling, it gets the people going. The reaction is literally physical, biological. And for some who have even grown up in maybe chaotic environments, you feel more normal when you're in those dramatic situations. As a society, we've gotten even more accustomed to absorbing and consuming people's drama thanks to social media. But don't take my lesson as a lesson in manipulation. We don't have to play into the drama in a negative way. This just means our stories have to have characters in conflict. Take Mr. Beast, for example, someone who is regularly in some random precarious situation in his videos that leave his viewers at the edge of their seats wondering what's gonna happen next. This leads me to our next lesson. Attention spans are not dead. Some of y'all had time or found the time to watch all 52 10-minute videos. Bless your hearts. I don't even care. You could have watched it on 2-speed and that's still, you had to sit there and hold your thumb. You wanted to know what was gonna happen next in Miss Reesa Teesa's story. This should be a sign to you not to give up on your long form content. So instead, we need to think about the tactics that keep people watching, and Miss Reesa had a few that I wanna point out. Providing mad detail in her story. Some people think that too much detail will make a story run long or make it run boring, but when done right, it immerses your audience in the story with you, so they're feeling like they're getting all the details, all the sounds, all the smells, all the feels that the characters are experiencing, or the person talking. So that was the first thing she did really well. She made sure we felt immersed in those moments with her. When she is in the house upset, holding in her rage while he's talking on the phone with his auntie, talking about how she's kicking him out, she is giving us all the descriptive language to explain how she is like boiling over from just dealing with this man. But anyways, let's keep going. The next tactic she used was not making people wait. She dropped multiple videos at once, allowing people to really binge her content. I don't know about you, but I absolutely hate when someone says, like for part 2, and I like, right, and I go for part 2. We live in an instant gratification society. I'm looking for part 2, and if I don't see part 2 when I go click your channel after watching part 1, unless it's something that's like changing my life, boop, I'm gone, right? But Reesa thought of that. She thought of that. She gave us time. She gave herself time, honestly, to film a bunch of these and just drop them off to us, so that when we were ready for the next one, boom, it was there for us. And then we had to decide when to take a break. We weren't waiting for her to make it good for us, She gave the people what they wanted, is all I'm saying. And when she did that, she made sure that each of those videos then fed you into the next one. So her calls to actions, her hook, closed one video while setting up another, which just made you have to go, what's gonna happen next? You know what I'm saying? She kept you hooked to hear what was gonna happen next.
Welcome to the next part, where we discover the real family tree. Part 36, who the fuck did I marry? The family tree. Please fasten your seatbelts and put the tray tick.
The other thing I'll say, and I talked a little bit about this on TikTok, so I feel like there are two different types of creators when it comes to like that TikTok short form creators. We have our cinematic creators and our FaceTime style creators. That's what I like to call them. And Reesa gave us FaceTime all the way. We felt like we were on a call with someone we've known for a long time who was spilling all the tea. That was a part of the storytelling magic. We felt like we were just, you know, chopping it up with one of the girls who we haven't caught up with in a minute, and she's finally telling you what happened to old boy Legion that was in her life but is not anymore. So the lesson here is that this just proves that masterful storytelling and good marketing keeps your audience engaged. If you made it this far, welcome to the family table. We are now officially content cousins. Welcome to the fam. At this point, we're gonna get into the good stuff, the secrets only reserved for family, the people who stick around to the end, and I'm glad you're here. Drop me a comment if you made it to the table today. I wanna get even more real for a moment. I feel like we've been having fun talking about this viral sensation, but I want us to understand something. And I'm not trying to be a hater, I just wanna be realistic. Don't let virality fool you. It might not change as much as you think it will. I had a content cousin go viral recently on Instagram. She had a video that hit over 1 million views, which is amazing. Like, I am simultaneously happy for her and jealous of her all at the same time. We'll deal with my emotions later. So 1 million views, amazing. But on the flip side, it absolutely changed nothing for her and her business as a creator. Let me say more. She had mixed feelings about going viral for a piece of content she herself said she barely put any effort into, just for all of her other efforts on the content she did put effort into to fall short of the level of attention she felt it deserved. It can be frustrating to put all your work into something and not have it hit, and then go viral for something you feel like doesn't even fully represent you or your brand. This is our next lesson, to shoot for sustainability rather than virality. Because the truth is, so much of this is out of our control. Going viral does not necessarily mean you should quit your job and become a full-time creator, nor does it guarantee long-term success online, especially if you don't actually have a business or infrastructure behind it to sustain it. And with the number of people going viral on accident these days, going viral unprepared honestly sounds a little scary. In my content cousin's case, she went viral for something on brand, but it wasn't necessarily a moment she really thought about capitalizing on or creating content around in a series or anything like that. So while it went viral and it was exciting for her, it still left her feeling like it wasn't quite enough. And I don't want that for us. I want us feeling happy when our content does well and happy when it doesn't also. And much of that just comes from our mindset and how we feel about the work and how we approach the work as being creators. But the other piece of it just comes with being prepared. This brings us to our 5th lesson, preparing for the next. And as you prepare, I want you to keep your why in mind, because if you're just hoping to make money from selling your sad story, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It never works out in the end for those type of people. So that's just something to keep in mind. Keep the reason why you're sharing your message in mind. Reesa told us many times that her goal was to help keep women informed, to make sure that that type of situation doesn't happen to anybody again. And it wasn't like for selfish reasons, it wasn't for fame or to put her name forward out there. Like, I don't think she anticipated this level of response. Just keep that in mind if you think you want to share and create content about your life. Now, we don't know what Ms. Reesa Teesa had planned on the back end of this 50-part saga, but with the level of detail and marketing she put into these videos, I wouldn't be surprised if we see her on an international trip or pushing a new whip sometime very soon. So I want to encourage you, my content cousins, to be adaptable and prepared for unexpected opportunities. Reesa prepped for this, but she could not have totally predicted that it would have hit in the way that it has in this last week. People are making content about watching her content.
So I think it was not a work phone, it was simply a secondary personal phone. It was not a work phone, it was simply a secondary personal. Part 42, who the fuck did I marry? What I actually found out was that it was not a work phone, it was simply a secondary.
If that's not a viral, like, meta moment, I don't know what it is. So I hope Miss Reesa is prepared. She can take all this attention she's got and turn it and flip it into whatever success looks like for her. So I want to remind you that even if your content journey online is just for fun, there are still opportunities out there, and you want to be at least a little bit prepared for what might come next. No matter what avenue you think is best for you, just remember that there are lots of opportunities out there with putting your content and yourself online, and you want to be ready for your viral moment should the day come. Even if your best response is to go ghost. I hope you can take these lessons and apply them to your content moving forward. If you're looking for other ways that we might improve our content, I suggest watching this video next. It's all about content analysis versus thematic analysis, and which lens might be most helpful for you to review your content. Until next time, keep creating, my friends. Bye-bye.